Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of Knitting on the Fly. No travel, lots of knitting. It is Monday, March 7th, 2011. So I am extremely inconsistent on which day of the week I am recording, but I just got to do it when I have time because come work week, it's a lot of effort to get an episode out. So since I'm off today, I figure I'll put out an episode now. So this week is exactly the opposite of last week. I know I had many of you comment on both the blog and on Ravelry that you're very amused with my traveling. Well, I have none of that this week. Work last week was very uneventful. Not much for weather systems. I did not travel to Texas this week. My honey had a combination of the flu and a cold, and he didn't want to get me sick, and he really just knew he was going to want to sleep. And with the way his work has changed, we get only about a day together. And it was, is it worth 2 days of traveling to only get 1 day together, and he's sick to boot. So he did spend most of his days off sleeping, which was good for him. He's feeling better, but he's back to work. So I had the whole weekend off. So I had half a day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today. So I've got a ton done around the house. I got a lot of major spring cleaning stuff done. I got a lot left to do. Today, I had a very momentous moment. I registered my car and got a Maine driver's license. To those of you, it probably doesn't seem like a big deal, but for a pilot who travels and moves every 6 months to a year, it's the first time in 9 years I've put down some roots and been serious about staying somewhere. So it was a big day for me. It was very exciting. It was a little bit emotional, and it was a lot of money since we pay excise tax, and apparently my car was a lot of money when it was new, so my excise tax was huge. But no, it was really good. It was very good. So in a couple weeks, I'll have a Maine driver's license, and I'll have a Maine plate on my car. So that was very cool. And that's about it for jet setting. Like I said, I've got no travel. This upcoming weekend is my birthday weekend. And hi, welcome to the podcast. Sorry about the butt shot. Is my birthday weekend, so I'm going to be going on to Texas. It'll be my last trip to Texas before my honey comes home. So it's going to be a very good weekend all around. So I'm very excited. So en route, I've got my vintage vertical stripe blanket. If you go to the show notes, that's the VVSB just below. I did make quite a bit of progress on it. I actually sat down and sewed in all the ends because every row has 2 ends. So that's how far I've gotten. It was about, I think it was right here, I think this orange stripe, which I know that only looks like 8 rows, but this thing is going to be about 8 feet long when I'm done. So very good to just make slow progress on it. Then I worked on what I put next. Oh, my February lady sweater. I actually have made good progress on this. I didn't realize how close I was to the end. Not the end, but like the bottom of the sweater. I know it's upside down, but I've started the garter ribbing for the bottom. So I've only probably got about 10 rows of that, and then I can pick up the sleeves, which it'll be my first sleeves. So that should be good. Oh, La Vie de Bois socks. Yeah, I'm not even going to show you because I haven't touched them. They just ride around in my bag. I haven't worked on them at all. It's lace and sock, which makes my head explode, so I need quiet time to do that. But I did show you last week, I started the Lover's Knot blanket for my cousin. My cat is chasing my yarn. Stop it! It doesn't look like much. That's going to be the XOXO cable. That is going to be the cluster braid cable. And it just repeats that over and over. Stop chewing on my yarn. Okay, come on. Get down. I like how he acts like dead weight when I move him, because he's like, I don't want to go. So anyway, it's going to be very pretty. I think the braids are going to be fantastic. So that is going really well. I didn't bring it in here, but I made myself up a, Sebastian? I made myself up a Excel spreadsheet with the different repeats and what row is which, because like the XO cable is like 1 and 3 are whatever it is, and then row 3 is this, and then row 4 is this, and then row 5 through 8, and it repeats rows 1 through 3. So it's hard to keep track of what row you're actually doing. So I put that all on the spreadsheet. So I knew I was working on row 8, but actually what row of the pattern it is next to it. So that way I can easily keep track of the whole thing. Landed. Landed. My sister. You can understand me. I don't have anything. I didn't finish anything this week. Take off. I'm still waiting to start the next baby blanket. It's going to be another Sheldon blanket with the light blue and the dark blue, with the same ivory edging. Have not decided if I'm going to make the little Sheldon toy or not. I probably will because I love Phil and Karen to death, but I still haven't decided. Ground stop. What has kept me from knitting has been the cleaning. The spring cleaning, really trying to get organized. My honey likes everything very much organized. I'm very much a clutter bug. If you looked around my craft room, which I'm not going to show you yet, I'm not quite there, sorry. Yeah, it doesn't bother me to have a little pile of yarn over here and a little pile of papers over here, but he doesn't feel like he can relax. So I just make sure it's cleaned up. It's not a big deal. It's actually made me much more organized, so that's really good. So just really done some spring cleaning. Did a lot of organizing. I've got a whole pile of stuff that needs to go to Goodwill. And so when it is time for him to come home, it's just going to be, sweep and mop and vacuum, and everything else will be done. So that will be very good. Holding, spinning. Episode 6, I finally have some spinning. All right. And you know what? The spindle's empty. I got a box of goodies from Heather at Highland Handmaids, the Fibrista Files. You should go check her out if you don't know who I'm talking about. I talk about her every episode because she's my major enabler. This is, wow, why can I not remember what this is? Is this maple? Wow, I totally spaced. I'll think of it later. But they were nice enough. I broke it off. I broke the old hook off. So they replaced the shaft, which it used to have kitty marks on the end. I now have a, hold on, he's chewing on yarn. Stop it. Get out of there. I don't so much care for the yarn, but I don't want to get sick. But they put on a new hook. Put it right in the middle of my forehead. But it's a beautiful hook. I really like it. I did some... It's got to find everything in this room that makes noise. And I did some spinning on it. I kept spinning the cherry blossom, which not all these little fuzzy ends are actually just the obnoxious yarn to hold my little skein together. But it's really nice. It spins very well. It's very well balanced. It's very good. So it was fun. I spun until my back hurt because I don't have the best posture when I spin. So I spun until my back hurt and then I quit. So I probably will do some more of that tonight. Wow, I'm all the way to reservations. This might be a short episode, guys. Couple things. I mentioned the woven labels last week. Somebody asked me where I got them. I put these. I have a couple different kinds. Made with tender loving care and made especially for you by Katie O. I've made a few comfort shawls. Hold on, let me grab it. I've made a few comfort shawls for people that my mom knew, but she didn't want them to know that she was the one organizing it. So my mom had these made by a guardian angel for the prayer shawls. So I got them at Hirschner's. I will link it. Sorry, it's my phone. I'll link it in the show notes. I want to say it's like 40 labels for, it's not even $10. $8? It's not much at all. It's really fantastic. And I really like, when I make a baby blanket, it's really nice to put a tag on there. And then they know it's from you, and I think it adds a little bit of, almost like a little bit of professionalism in there. Like, hey, this is mine. Like, I've got a label. Granted, I know it's kind of cheesy, but I really like it. That's my favorite part. That's kind of like my last, seal of approval before I send it. So someone wanted to know that. Then this week, I blame the podcasters. Karen from Around the Twist. Dramatic Knits is in trouble. The Knit Girls are in trouble. Heather's always in trouble. And I don't know who else. Mommy Needs Yarn listed some. I don't know. All of you in trouble because I had an epic fail last week of buying yarn. Epically horrendous. It was awful. I never buy expensive yarn. Okay, that's not true. I don't never. But very rarely do I buy it just because I want to. So, Heather at Highland Handmaids, she has lace weight. Sorry, it's kind of glaring. This is black cherry lace yarn. It's 100% merino. It's called Cardinal. It is 100 grams. It is 1,100 yards. I don't know how much I paid for it. Wow, I'm really bad. I need to make better notes. 20? It wasn't bad, but it's, I don't know what I'm going to do with red, but it's the one I wanted of what she had left, so I bought it. This is another one of hers. I bought it a long time ago. But it's like purple and dark blue Dionysus sock yarn. Then the big one that was Karen and Dramatic Knits Fault is 3 Ews twisted in fiber. It's their self-striping sock yarn. It is orange and burgundy and like a pecan brown, I think is what they call it. It's beautiful. I don't like orange. I don't, my phone's ringing. I should shut the noises off. But it's really pretty and it's going to be on my feet, so I figure the fact that orange makes me look funny, probably won't matter since it's on my feet, so that's okay. But that was one of my fails. I also joined the Knit Girl Spin Along, so I should have that fiber coming in the mail. I ordered Numma Numma. God, what else did I order? I stock them all. I stock Twisted Limon. She's not doing an update till this weekend. I stock Vesper. I stock... I'd like to try some Womiza. Anybody has some that wants to sell it, or I don't think there's anything you want to trade me for, but I'm stocking people that have that are destashing because I really want to try it. I don't know if I'll get addicted to it, but I really just want to try this stuff. I didn't even knit with wool until a few years ago because I thought it would be itchy. Well, Malabrigo changed that for me. So, I'm just looking to try, the different yarns and yeah, so I'm trying them all. I'd like to try them all. Oh, and this little contraption behind me, that I made this weekend. It is a pegboard from Lowe's, and it has the little hooks. It's mainly supposed to be for, like, out in your garage, but I can display everything. So here's Poetic, Cherry Blossom, Gaia. There's some, here's Malabrigo. There's some here. There's some more over here. What is this? Ember. Here's my Thor's Hammer. Here's some sock yarn I got. Beautiful purples. There's some sock yarn from Knit Picks up at the very top. Here's my Highland Handmade stuff. Here's my sock that's waiting its partner. And here's the other purple one that matches that one. But I love it. I wish I should. I think I'm going to buy a big one for my other wall, because then I can display it. Otherwise it gets shoved in a closet. Boo hiss. Boo hiss. So anyway, that's it. That's really all I have this week. I hope you guys are having a good week. Next week I'll have more traveling, and it will be my birthday. So, well, maybe I'll have to wear a hat or a crown or something. I don't know. But anyway, I will have more stuff next week. I should get a lot of knitting done. As always, come join us on the Ravelry group. I think we had 133 people last week, something like that. It was fantastic, very exciting. I have about 500 viewers each week. That's super cool. I figured I'd do it for 20 of my friends and that would be it. But I'm so glad you are coming back and joining me on this journey. So I hope you have a great week. I will talk to you soon, and spring's a coming, friends. Oh, daylight savings time next week. Don't forget. All right. Have a great week, and I will see you next week.